Hey guys, welcome to another video here on my YouTube channel. Great to have you back. And today again, we're talking about some of the kits that are being rumored to being released this next season for Liverpool. And I've come across an image of what is being said is one of the possible new shirts that will be worn as a pre-match warm-up top or potentially a training top that Liverpool could wear next season. We're going to have a look at those and discuss those actually today. So thanks again for coming back to the YouTube channel. We've talked about Liverpool's potential kits for next season and potential warm-up tops, pre-match kits, pre-match tops in previous videos. So you can go back and check those out in the playlist and here on the channel. So again, thanks for stopping by. And if this is your second, third, fourth time to come by the channel, thanks again for coming. And also, please, if you like what you see, subscribe and also like the video. But as you can see there on the screen, we've got our mint green and black Liverpool top there. And this was a shirt that was actually posted, I think it was back in February 2020. This was actually posted on the Echo. And this was just a concept top that was released, and I came across this recently and just really fell in love with the way that looked, and just was thinking today how much I would love the shirts that Nike are to produce this next season to look like those and to look as attractive as those tops. I love that classic Nike looking top, especially with that Nike and tick there, which is a throwback to the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, before they simply just went with the tick that you see now. But again, we've talked about the potential shirts and kits that are going to be released next season. And if you went back and you watched those previous videos, you know that I'm not high on those kits. They don't look necessarily as bad as this previous seasons, or the seasons actually, the 2020-2021 home kit. But again, just they're not that great looking coming out the gate if this is what is going to be released. And from everything that I've seen, those are the shirts, those shirts that were released in the previous video. Those are the ones that are going to be manufactured for Liverpool this season. Now, I've come across an image of a shirt that I wanted to talk about today. And that is this one right here, as you can see right there in front of you. Virgil van Dijk showing this one off in what looks like a generated image. But this is a shirt that has been making the rounds, and now this isn't necessarily a shirt that Liverpool are definitely going to be wearing, but this is one that some social media accounts and some people have been saying will be released as Liverpool's away kit this season. And we had talked about in a previous video how there is going to be a throwback to that mid-90s Liverpool shirt where you have that off-white kind of cream color to go with red and potentially black shorts. And this is an idea that has been floated around this top, which would be that cream off-white colored top with those black I guess, I don't know, lightning bolts going across diagonally. Now this would be basically similar to the home shirt that's been shown off for Liverpool next season. The only difference is that the home shirt would be red with pink diagonal zigzaggy lines, and of course you can go back and see that in that previous video that we had here on the channel. And while I don't like that home shirt, I don't like this one either. I mean, compared to this season's home shirt, I think this is a little bit better, or this idea of having the red top with the zigzaggy light red / pink lines is a little bit better, not much. And to have a shirt that looks very similar, just different colors thrown around for the away top, I think is another big disappointment. Now, again, like I said, this is not for sure going to be the top. This is just an image that is being passed around. It's making the rounds. But I have to say, if this is what Liverpool would be wearing next season, this is such a disappointment once again from Nike. Just when we thought or when we were promised as Liverpool fans that the team would have some really individual, or should I say, kits special to them compared to the other teams who wear Nike tops and Nike apparel. We're given one of these very generic looking kits. Now I've read that Nike is interested in potentially now after the pandemic in the last few months. They've been rethinking their position within world football and rethinking what they're doing with some of the big clubs that they produce kits for: Barcelona, Liverpool, Chelsea, RB Leipzig, these different teams that they produce kits for. And there is an idea that maybe they are spending too much money to work with these clubs, and there's an idea that Nike may want to take a step backwards. Now, we've seen actually Puma really push ahead and work with big clubs, as well as something that they've been really working hard on, sponsoring some of the top players in the world. Neymar is now sponsored by Puma. He has his own signature boot with them, and they're really working hard on capturing a real big piece of the football pie, if you will, while Nike is looking to take a step backwards. So perhaps Nike's decision to take a step backwards within football and concentrate on other sports is a reason why we're not actually seeing them push ahead and really make those kits that we all expected them to make, and that it felt like we were promised they were going to be making for Liverpool. Like I say, I think that kit is, just like the home kit, is ultimately a disappointment. I do love the idea of that throwback mid-90s off-white cream-colored shirt, but to do it like this, I think, is just poor. It's just a poor design and something that seems very generic that you would see on a lot of other teams wearing Nike made tops. And if off the top of my head, I think Roma have a shirt similar to that this season, and it is their last season working with Nike before they go and they work with New Balance. They've gotten out of their deal with Nike. But this is just one of the shirts I wanted to take a look at today and show here on the YouTube channel. The other is actually this top. This was actually passed on to me. This picture, this image, was passed on to me by someone I was in contact with online. And this is a image of a shirt that they have come in contact with. That is being said to be one of the pre-match tops that Liverpool will be wearing next season before games. And they've also sent some other images through of similar tops that PSG, Tottenham, and Chelsea will also be wearing for pre-match. And man, I hate this shirt. If this is a shirt that Liverpool are going to be wearing for pre-match or anything to do with match days or training, man, I think this is just a gaudy top. This is not attractive at all. And once again, something that really feels like Nike is missing the mark with. I know a lot of football kit manufacturers are producing kits that are to really, I don't want to say flamboyant, but they want to catch the eye. That's the whole idea right now. With they're going for this idea of the younger generations wanting something that really stands out like this, and I can understand that's what the aim is to do. But I really feel like they're missing the mark on making these tops, and especially using all of these different graphics and lines and squiggles, and it's just a mess, in my opinion. Now, I'm sure there are some people out there that think this is a really nice top, but I would fall on the line of thinking that this is something that looks very ugly. I've recently spoke with another person who collects kits, so a friend that collects a lot of Man United kits, and they were talking about how a lot of the the manufacturers are going back to those days of, well, when I was young and when my friend was younger, in the 90s, when you saw some of those really strange Umbro kits, and you saw a lot of those really strange designs that teams got away from as we went through the 90s. They're bringing those back because people like myself and people like my friend are now old enough to where we want to buy a lot of shirts and collect those and buy them for our children. And they think that we'll be interested in buying some of these really strangely designed tops. And I have to say that tops like these, they do not attract me to buying them. And I go back to being wholly disappointed by Nike and what they've been doing for Liverpool. As you can see, I'm wearing a New Balance Liverpool jacket. I absolutely loved Liverpool's work with New Balance. I thought it was just absolutely great. New Balance did a splendid job on producing the kits, designing some really nice, sharp-looking kits, ones that I would shirts that I would choose to wear well over the ones that were produced by Nike this season. And I felt like the entire apparel, every time I went to the club shop at Anfield, seeing something that was really attractive that I would want to buy, compared to now seeing the stuff that Nike's doing, not being interested whatsoever in picking that up. So, if this is, again, like I say, if the two shirts that I'm showing you today here on in the video are to be produced for next season, I think they're just huge misses once again by Nike. And it seems that more fans are being vocal with what they dislike about what Nike is producing. Last summer, when those initial red 2020-2021 home kits came out, produced by Nike, fans were on both sides of the fences. Some thought they were great, some thought they were terrible, and there was this idea though that Nike, this was their first attempt, they're going to get it right the next time, and it just feels like Nike continues to let everybody down. So I'm not a big fan of these kits, and not a big fan of what Nike is doing right now for the Reds. So let me know what you think about these two shirts that I've shown you today. We've seen one that is being passed around as a potential away shirt for next season, and this shirt right here in front of you that is being touted, or at least that I've been told, is going to be a pre-match top. Now, this is the second pre-match top that has been I've shown off here on the YouTube channel that could be worn next season. Based on the person that passed this on to me, I'm thinking that this is a potential shirt that will be released next season. Also because I've seen images of it being of a similar shirt that has been made for Tottenham, Chelsea, and PSG. So we could be seeing these next season worn by Liverpool before their games in the Premier League. So, guys, thanks for watching here. And if you like what you saw, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks to everyone who's already subscribed. It's great to have you here on the channel. And also, if you like what you see, smash that thumbs up and let me know what you think in the comments below about these shirts that could be worn by Liverpool next season. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll see you next time.